I'm here to give a TED talk on vertical farming, which I believe is an alternative to the purpose trap of genetically modified crops. As Ronald Wright says in his book A Short History of Progress, the crops of about a dozen ancient people feed the people of today. Not one new staple has been added to our inventory of crops since prehistoric times. All of our crop science, whether selective breeding or genetic manipulation, is mere piggybacking on the work of ancient civilization. Currently, over 800 million hectares is used in agriculture, roughly 38% of the total land mass of the earth. Modern agriculture is based on multiple chemical products, and exposure to toxic levels of agrochemicals, such as pesticides and fungicides, have created significant health issues. In addition, such farming excludes the possibility for long-term carbon sequestration in the form of trees, food plants, and forests. The introduction of genetically modified crops or GM crops has further compounded these problems. Now, GM food is useful in that we can selectively grow crops by choosing its nutritional value exactly and by even making them resistant to pests and other crop killers. In fact, in the US, about 95% of all soybeans, cotton, and corn is genetically modified. Canada and US are the only countries in the world that allow the non-labeling of GM food. However, GM has its problems, foremost of which is that it compounds the problems of traditional farming and adds in the creation of super weeds, the very crops that we build to survive agrochemicals to breed with weeds. Farmers would then have to use more and more stronger pesticides to keep up. Inventing new weed killers is not easy, is extremely expensive, and can exponentially increase health hazards in the long term. I believe one viable solution is the construction of urban food production centers or vertical farms, where food can be continuously grown inside of tall buildings. It is essentially a stacked tower composed of greenhouses, farms, waste recycle systems, etc. An ecosystem by itself. If you could engineer this option, then no crops would ever fail due to severe weather or climate-related events such as floods, droughts, or hurricanes. This allows year-round food production. Another reason would be that produce would be made available to the city without the need to transport it thousands of miles from rural France to urban city markets. This has the dual advantage of reducing spoilage, since food would be sold and consumed within moments of harvesting, and it also significantly lowers the amount of fossil fuels that we use by eliminating the need of transportation such as trucks and ships, along with traditional farming activities like plowing, applying fertilizers, seeds, weeding, harvesting, the use of tractors, etc. The need for large-scale use of pesticides and herbicides is also eliminated, making the resulting produce almost completely free of the risk of disease and organic. To implement this, government support in the form of economic incentives such as subsidies and lower taxes is needed, since the initial phase would be cost intensive. A good place to start is by spreading awareness to universities and high schools. This lets the next generation come up with processes to streamline the idea of vertical farming. I truly believe that this is the idea that can provide food for the 60% of the world that will be living in urban centers by the year 2030. In addition, vertical farming can help return the farmlands to nature by alleviating stress on the environment. Singapore was the first city to experiment with vertical farming. Other countries have followed up since, with USA's Bedford Park experiment and Canada and Japan. Okay.